Hello, this is Tiggs and Rudi's commentary. I'm Rudi.
I'm Tiggs.
And we're at the Philadelphia SkateBoard Academy. And we're going to go meet Mr. AJ so he can teach us about the safety tips of skateboarding.
And we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, we are.
All right, we'll be right back to Tiggs and Rudi's commentary at the SkateBoard Academy.
Keep your block clean.
And recycle. Lots of recycling. All right, guys, this is Tiggs and Rudi's commentary. I'm Tiggs.
I'm Rudi.
And we're here with Mr. AJ
Kohn.
Kohn. Okay.
Yep. Gotcha.
Kohn with the K in the beginning.
So, Mr. AJ.
Uh-huh.
So, what made you want to do this job?
What made me want to do this job? Well, I've been skateboarding for almost 30 years, and I had guys who were older who taught me, and I'm just kind of passing that on. When I was skateboarding, I was doing a lot of things on the skateboard circuit. I was doing contests, I was doing events, I was doing demos all around the world, and I wanted to kind of spread that love of skateboarding throughout to the youth, just like the older guys did for me when I was younger. So I was very fortunate to grow up where I did, and there was a lot of guys who actually ended up becoming professionals, and I wanted to give the kids an opportunity to travel and do what they love to do, and who knows, maybe even one day be a professional as well. But anything I wanted to do is just show that skateboarding could help you in whatever you want to be in life, you know? So all the things that I've learned in skateboarding helped me become who I wanted to become when I grew up. I ended up going to college and I did a lot of other things, and skateboarding taught me the fundamentals that I needed, you know, getting back up, trying again, perseverance, you know, things of this nature, creativity, and adapting to situations that I thought would be good for the youth that I saw in my local community. So I started doing this about 10 years ago, a little bit more than 10 years ago, and I traveled all around, and kids would watch me skate, and they wanted to learn from me, and it just kind of started from there. So it wasn't really planned; it just kind of started happening because it was the thing to do.
Wow. So how long has this company been in existence? How many years?
Well, the SkateBoard Academy has been in existence since 2006. Our first group was actually with United Community Center down in South Philadelphia, so that's working with the United Way. And I was working across the street at one of the rec centers, and they saw me skateboarding, and some of their kids came over and wanted to skateboard with me. So they're like, oh, this would be cool if you could teach our kids skateboarding, and it kind of went from there. So I started showing up. I grabbed a couple boards, and then we had more people enrolled and wanted to try it. So we went from 5 to 10, and then from there we were doing 10 kids every 10 weeks because there was so many kids in that rec center who wanted to learn from us. So we were like, all right, well, we'll break you guys up into groups. So every 10 weeks we'll switch. So we did, and next thing you know, the entire community center actually ended up learning how to skate with us, and we were there for probably about 8 years. And then we actually grew from 1 location until about 6 locations. And then we even did 2 summer camps at 2 other locations all throughout the city, whether it was South Philly, North Philly, West Philly, Southwest Philly, things of this nature. People were starting to hear about it from word of mouth. So we just started to grow. So we started at 1, and now we're in over 40 clinic centers throughout the city with Parks and Recreation of Philadelphia. We run 2 full summer camps, and we run camps outside of the city of Philadelphia, and was it right outside of Ambler, which is called Roslyn Township, Abington Township. We run 5 weeks of camps for them. We run 8 weeks of camps down in Maryland, and we run camps for the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts as well in Pennsylvania and North Jersey. So we started with 1, and it just kind of grew from there. So within about 10 years, we've grown it from 1 to, well over 50.
Whoa. Wow, 50 camps, guys. Yep. So that means y'all can go anywhere and y'all can just look it up online, right?
That's right. That's right. We're at the skateboardacademy.com. We also are on Facebook and also on Instagram, so people can find out information on that, as well as they can also check out my website, which is ajkohn.com, and it tells a little bit about what we do, who we are, and what we've been doing, and how they can get involved as well.
What type of programs do you have for the youth?
What type of programs? We have after-school programs that we actually supplement science and mathematics in there as well. So we actually teach about the science and mathematics behind skateboarding, so that they can, get a little bit of an understanding of what that's actually shown in their books, so that they can apply what they're learning on a skateboard and apply it to their book studies, so they get a little bit more of an appreciation, not only just a little bit more of an appreciation, but also a better understanding of what they're learning, so that they have a full knowledge of what they're actually learning in school. So we do after-school programs, we do summer camps, we do clinics, and we even do overnights too. So we'll do overnights here once in a while. So it's kind of like a camp out. So like we'll do some skateboarding, we'll play different types of ball games, like playing dodgeball or something like this, or we'll play soccer on skateboards or hockey on skateboards. We do a lot of different types of activities, all based around skateboarding. And then from there, we'll watch a movie, we'll get some we'll get some pizza or something like that, and maybe we'll do some art and some crafts, things of this nature, all based off of skateboarding, and just have a lot of fun. And we skate into the wee hours of the night. Everybody crashes out, has a good time, and then we wake up back up the next morning, get some breakfast, and we do it all again. So all different things. So everything from after-school programs to summer camp programs to overnight programs, and we work with all different types of kids. We work with everybody from the beginners. The youngest kid that I've had skate with us has been 3, and the oldest kid that I've had skate with us was 67. So it's a wide range. We have adult programs as well, such as Ladies' Night, where we do skateboards, hula hoops, and roller skates as well. So lots of different things, basically bringing community together through skateboarding.
Whoa.
How old was you when you first started doing this job?
I was actually doing my job, or how long has I been skateboarding? Oh, okay. So I've been skateboarding since I've been about 10 years old, and that's basically when I started. And then from doing tricks, I started doing tricks about when I was about 12 or 13 years old, and just kept on going from there. So I am 39 now, so it's been quite a long time.
All right. What's the hardest trick that you ever done before?
Is that it?
What is the hardest trick that you ever done before?
The hardest trick that I've ever done is probably the trick I haven't done yet, because that's how hard it is. There's a couple tricks that I was learning that were a little difficult at first, like the drop-in that you were doing earlier when we were teaching you how to drop in from the ramp, going from one plane to another plane. That was really difficult. That took me all day to do, and I ended up getting bruises on both sides of my legs from doing it. But I ended up doing it, and that was a really scary trick for me at first. But once I got it, it made everything easier. So then that doesn't become such a hard trick, because once you do it and you master it, then there's something else that you challenge yourself with. So I mean, the other trick that was really difficult for me, that actually took me a whole year to learn, was handstand flips. So actually being able to roll on my skateboard, do a handstand, and then flip it with my hands and roll away. That was probably the hardest trick that I had to learn, that it took me the longest. So, but tricks, tricks come and go. There's tricks that were really easy for me before that now are a little bit more difficult for me. So it always changes depending on what I'm learning at that time. But the thing is you get back up, you try again, and if you keep on trying it, things can become a little bit easier. So it's just like anything else in life.
Thank you.
Well, we'll be right back to Tiggs and Rudi's commentary.
And this was Mr. J Kohn on Tiggs and Rudi's commentary.
I'm Tiggs.
I'm Rudi.
Check us out in Philadelphia.
Comcast 66 and 966 for Horizon 21 and 30. Thursday at 4 p.m.
Or on Philly Cam on demand. Peace.
Okay. So right here, what we're doing is we're adjusting our skateboard right now. So we're adjusting the trucks. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be loosening him a little bit so it's easier for him to turn. All right? So we're going to be doing that. Next thing we're going to do is we're just going to check the wheels, and that's what this wrench right here is to do. So what you want to do is you want to have it just so it's a little bit loose on there, but not too loose. You just want it to you can just kind of rattle it so they can roll a little bit easier, just like that. And then right here's your hardware. We want to make sure that that's nice and tight and stuff, and it looks like it's nice and tight. So we're just going to do a few more adjustments, and then we're going to get them up and rolling. What you're going to do is you're going to put your foot on the bolts, just like that. All right, now put your other foot right next to it. Remember what we did? Remember how we had this. So this is 1. All right, and then when you push, you step up. That's 2, and then you turn your feet facing towards me. And that would be 3 in a nice wide triangle. All right, so let's see if you can do it. Go ahead, give it a push.
So guys, Rudy's learning how to skateboard.
So yeah, give it another little push. Push. Step up. Step up. Wide triangle. Wide. Wide. Make your feet wider once you get on it, okay? You got the right idea. Push. Step up. Ah, you're getting it. He needs to get his feet a little wider, but he's getting the right idea. Awesome. Good. So come on over here a second. Come on over here a second.
I wonder if Rudy can master this. Then
Get my
it'll be awesome. Rudy's gonna be awesome one day, guys.
So, let's just see how this goes. Put 1 foot on.
Yeah, 1 foot on.
Okay. And then when you step up, you're going to step up. This is 2. See where your foot is? Put that one
Oh, wow.
on the bolts. Good. Now 3 is when you turn your foot this way. You turn your foot this way. Good. So now you're nice.
You see this, guys?
Okay. So now we're going
This
to reverse
is
it.
awesome.
We're going to go 2, 1. Okay. Now let's try it again. So you're 1, 2.
Oh my God, look at this, guys. He's actually skating. You see this, guys, right? Today's Rudy's commentary. Rudy mastering skating. The bomb. I'm a sidestep out the way. Wide feet, wide feet, wide feet. He's going to teach me a few tricks, guys.
Turning, there's 2 different types of turning. There are 2 different types of turning. There's one that's called carving, which is when you're going to be leaning in towards your toes or leaning towards your heels. That's carving. So it's nice, wide, smooth turns. And then we're going to work on kick turns, which are a little bit sharper turns that you can control. Not only on the ground, but you'll also be able to do those up on the ramps and stuff once you get a little bit better, as well as once you get a little bit more familiar with how the board works, okay? So let's work on carves. So the way we do a carve is the same thing. When you push, get both feet on. Put both feet on so you're facing me. There you go. Now from here, you're going to lean towards your toes. Keep your knees bent and just lean towards your toes. Good. That means you'll start to go this way. So let's try this out. Go ahead. Stand on the board. Stand on the board.
He's standing on the board, guys.
Okay, knees bent. Okay, now you're just going to lean towards your toes. Lean towards your toes.
Oh my God. Oh my God, guys. He's doing awesome. Almost got ran over.
Get both your feet back on that board really nicely. There you go. Now turn your feet towards me, just how you had them. Just wanted to make sure you got centered on the board first before we do this one. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to lean towards your heels, right? So we're going to actually carve that way. So act like you're kind of sitting down in a chair, okay? All right, so here we go. So act like you're sitting down. Now lean back. Just squat down. There you go.
He's doing amazing, guys. Oh, it's coming back. I'm about to get ran over.
All right, front side carve, because your front is moving front side. Back side carve is moving back, turning towards whatever obstacle you're at. So that's front side and back side. Now we're going to do something that's called a kick turn, okay? And I'm going to get you a board that has no wheels at first so you get used to it, and then we're going to try it on your board, okay? Sounds good? I'll be right back. I'm going to get on the board. And then you're just going to step straight up. feet over the bolts. There you go, just like that. Keep your feet over the bolts. So now you got your knees bent, and there you go. So now from here, we're going to do the carving too. So when we push, we're going to lean towards your toes. So lean towards your toes. You see how you're turning this way. Now shift your weight back towards your heels. Now look where you're going. You see how that goes. Now you're going back and forth like that. Now toes, lean towards your toes, and lean towards your heels. Awesome. That's the basics of carving. Oh, and right there, you almost the kick turn right there. I didn't even show you that. But see how it comes kind of, you know, it just comes kind of naturally for you. So what you're going to do is put your foot on that tail a little bit. That's a lever. And what you're going to do is you're just going to push down a little bit, and you're going to slide your foot around. So just slide around. Whoop, sharper turn, all right? And since we tried it before with the board and it didn't have so much luck with it at first, that's all right. It happens. You know, we all learn from the same spot. So what we're going to do is we're going to try it on the board with no wheels, see how you feel with that, and then we're going to translate that right onto the board with wheels. So once you get your comfort zone going over here, we're going to try it on the regular board and we'll go from there, okay? So what I want you guys to do is you guys need to stand on the board how you like to stand. So go ahead, stand on the board. All right. And then you're going to move your back foot to the tail, which is the end piece right there, and just rock it back and forth just to make sure you know how to pop it up and down. There you go. Now go back and forth. Good. Now what you're going to do for a kick turn is all you're going to do is use your head, moves your shoulders, moves your hips, moves your legs. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn your head, turn your shoulders to which way you want to go. So go ahead and give it a shot. There you go. Go ahead, turn your head and shoulders. Let me see you do it. There you go. Good. You guys got the right idea. Look, you guys look like you're even coming up with your own sequences already together, and you guys are just starting this. This is good. So again, head moves your shoulders, moves your hips, moves your waist. All right, so it's kind of help you keep moving the board, and it gets you learning how to use the board from side to side, okay? So why don't you turn and face me? So why don't you come on over here and face me, come in this way. So grab your board, grab that, and face me this way. All right, so. Alright, so you stand over there. Now, this is called a monster walk. So what a monster walk is we're going to use the nose and the tail, and we're going to use it to actually help us move. All right, back and forth, and we're going to go forward, and then we're going to go backwards. From here, you got the right idea. Now go on back. Go on back. There you go. Backwards. He's getting the right idea. Good. So when you go forward and backward, this is helping you just learn about movement on both sides of the board. Because once you start doing spins and stuff and something that's a little bit more complicated, you're going to have to be aware of how the board works on either side so that you're able to adjust accordingly and to keep your balance and to be safe. So I'm going to show you a couple variations off of this. So once you learn how to do this, I'll show you what you can do after that, okay? So here we go. Now I'm monster walking, but I'm on the side of the board now. So now you can change it from one level to another level. And get out, go out, on this side. So again, you learn the basics, and it starts to build from there. So I'm just showing you a little bit about what's possible. Okay? So why don't you guys work on just doing the monster walks, going up and going back down. Okay? Alright, so yes, before we get really going in the Skateboard Academy here, we like to stretch out. What we do is when they first come in, they roll around just like we were seeing a little bit earlier, just to kind of loosen them up and get used to the new course. We change the course each and every week, a little bit here, a little bit there, so it keeps them challenged and having fun throughout the day. As well as when the next week they come, now they can take those tricks that they learned on maybe a smaller ramp and take it to a bigger ramp and keep on progressing that way. As well as they all work together too. That's why we also do this big circle too, so we all know who's over here today, because sometimes we have some regulars and we have some people here that come in intermittently, so sometimes people don't know each other. So this is a good way to kind of circle up and get to know everybody, and then we stretch together as a team, and then from there we'll maybe go over some basic stuff that we're going to be talking about today, and then we go individual and do individual studies with them, and we just go from there. So let's get stretched out. Keep your feet wide. Keep your feet wide. Okay. Grab my hands. 1, 2, 3, jump. Yeah, just like that. That's what you got. But you see how your feet got close? Keep your feet wide, otherwise you're going to shoot one way or the other, okay? You got it? Let's see if you got it. On the way. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to jump forward and pick your feet up like this. Just jam and shut. There you go, just like that. You got it. See, that wasn't so bad.